I believe we're welcoming the Indianola Activities YouTube channel as well. But, Rick, this defensive effort so far this season has been great from the Indians.
Yeah, I liked the play last week. I think that's a game that the girls needed to produce and do, and they did a great job of that. Their defense was fantastic. They came out really well in that second half. They made those adjustments and really did a good job. And I think tonight, Oskaloosa, they're looking at, coming in they're coming in with the same record, and they're trying to see if they can maybe take down Indianola tonight, because I think in the past few years, Indianola has pretty well dominated Oski.
Absolutely. And, Rick, I think the Indians come in having not lost against Oskaloosa, looking back since 2013. That's how long it's been, and they've had some pretty good matchups, but this has been an Indianola-dominated matchup. But one thing I wanted to talk about was just overall, Rick, Oski's had some really talented players, and they've given the Indianola Indians some fits, and I think we're going to cover a little bit more of that in our DeArmond Ford Radio Keys to the Game. But the Indians offensively tonight, I think, have to take advantage of good offensive possessions. We saw a lot of that last week, but they just need to have these possessions where they're moving the ball well, they don't get stuck, and even if you don't make the shot, you need to have quality offensive possessions.
And I agree with you so heartily, and I think this is the first time in a long time we're looking at an Oskaloosa team that's coming in right now. This is early now, but they've got three players that score in double figures for them, and I'm not sure the last time that actually happened, but they've got some big scores, and they can score, and they're averaging just a little over 50 points a ball game. Indianola averaging about 56, so they're right there together. So it's going to be that type of a ball game, I believe.
I've got Oskaloosa at 59 points per game, Indianola at just 56.3. The difference is Oskaloosa giving up over 49 points per game. Indianola holding opponents to under 30 points, 28.7 points per game. The only time they've not given up, or given up more than 30, I should say, was against number 6, I believe, now in Class 5A Southeast Polk in a 54-45 loss. But I think Indianola came in with a lot of newer names in different roles this year, and they've adjusted to that accordingly over the first 3 games.
Yeah, they have, and I think they've gotten some quality time out of their bench, especially the freshman coming off the bench, and Lauren Olson. She's given some quality time off the bench for that young lady, and as a freshman, she's a good athlete and really does a nice job for Coach Jeff.
All right, let's jump into our DeArmond Ford Radio Keys to the Game. Number 1 for me is control the boards. Oskaloosa getting over 10 offensive rebounds per game. The Indians cannot allow second and third chance opportunities tonight to Oskaloosa.
Yeah, definitely so, and I agree with you on that. They've got to be able to get on those boards, and it might be a little tough inside because you've got Kendall McDaniel, who is at 6'1", and I believe Deja Foster is like 6'3", so she's got a couple inches on her. We'll have to see who plays that. Both are Kendall McDaniel, of course, a junior, and Deja Foster is a sophomore player for Oski.
Well, and then my other key to the game and final DeArmond Ford Radio key to the game is going to be Presley Blommers. Not just one of the top shooters, not just one of the top scorers, one of the top players in the entire Little Hawkeye Conference. Her and Emily Naughton have had some really fun battles over the years, and I'm expecting that to be the defensive matchup again tonight. You got to hold her in check. She's a big part of this Oski offense.
She is just a fantastic athlete, a nice young lady. She just plays her heart out. No matter what sport she is in, she gives it everything, and you're right. She just does everything. We've got to find some way to contain her.
All right, that's tonight's DeArmond Ford Radio Keys to the Game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. Tonight's game time temperature is presented by Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. It's actually not too bad outside right now. It is still 36, feels like 39. That's tonight's game time temperature presented by Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. No hidden fees, just one great price always on plumbing, heating, and air conditioning services to keep you comfortable. You know, Rick, I got to say, just because I have to get this out there, my parents live in Florida. I'm visiting them in January, and my mom said, be careful, it gets cold here at night. And I said, what does cold mean to you? And she said 60s.
I love your mom.
And I said, no, that is still very warm. So if Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning was in Florida. Emphasis on the air conditioning. They're in Iowa. Emphasis on the heating right now. Just had to get that out there.
Yeah, I love it. I just
All
love
right.
it. I can actually see your mom saying that.
It really happened. So, she's grown accustomed to the Florida heat. Let's just say that. 60s is still very warm and very enjoyable. All right. You're listening to the KNIA Radio pregame show, the one to count on for today's local sports coverage, 94.3 KNIA. Rick, why don't we jump into tonight's starting lineups presented by Godfather's Pizza Express.
All right, Andrew, here we go. Oskaloosa, their head coach is Terrence Cunningham, and his starters will be number 2. She's a junior. That's Cassie Johnson. She averages 14 points a ball game. Number 3, a senior. That's Presley Blommers. She averaging 20 points a ball game. Number 11 is a sophomore. That's Hannah Nelson. She averages 1 point a ball game. And number 24 is a junior. That's Lydia Van Velhuizen, averaging 6 points a ball game. And number 32, the sophomore, Daisha Foster, averaging 6 points per game. For the Indianola Indians, Jeff Jensen, starting lineup will look like this. Number 4, a senior, Emily Naughton, averaging 10 points per game. Number 5 is a senior. That's Jillian Smith. She averages 6 points per game. Number 11, a junior. That's Bryn Bishop. Bryn averaging 8 points. And number 24 is a sophomore, Zoe Belt, averaging 6 points per game. And finally rounding out that lineup, number 44, a junior, Kendall McDaniel, averaging 12 points a game. There's the starting lineups for Indianola and Oskaloosa.
Tonight's starting lineups have been presented by Godfather's Pizza Express. They have the right starting lineup for any situation, offering both takeout and sit-down dining. Come for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or get a pizza to share with family. That wraps up the KNIA Radio pregame show. You're listening to Indianola High School basketball, powered by Community First Credit Union on AM 1320, FM 94.3, KNIA Knoxville, Indianola, and of course on our very great partners here at Indianola High School, Indianola Activities, YouTube, other games we have on the air tonight. Pella versus Grinnell on our KRLS 2 stream in a Little Hawkeye Conference doubleheader. A twin bill, Pella Christian versus Norwalk on our sister station, 92.1 KRLS. Knoxville is at Davis County tonight. Derek Cardwell's initials tattooed in the middle gym as he's got the call on our other sister station, 95.3 KNIA. That wraps up the KNIA Radio pregame show. Taking a break for the national anthem. Back after this on 94.3 KNIA.
When your commercial heating and cooling system isn't performing well, you need a solution as soon as possible. When that happens, Heinz Mechanical is ready to get your system back in working order. Our experienced technicians can take on any obstacle your business comfort system throws at you, whether it's time for an emergency repair, a regular tune-up, or a new system installation. Schedule your appointment by calling Steve at Heinz Mechanical, 515-337-2074. Heinz Mechanical, we fix it right the first time, specializing on commercial properties.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Find out why more people are coming to DeArmond Ford, Indianola to buy their new Fords and certified pre-owned vehicles.
Come see the newest state-of-the-art dealership in the area. Every new Ford and pre-owned used is clearly tagged with one low price. Experience the DeArmond difference.
DeArmond Ford, Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Hi, I'm Carrie Blake with Fellows & Blake Financial. We help individuals, families, and businesses, both big and small, in 3 specific areas. The first is tax saving strategies. One of the best rates of return is saving on taxes. We also build comprehensive financial plans using our patented financial planning software. This allows our clients to live their best lives today while planning and preparing for the future. The final piece is estate preparation and estate protection. If you need some financial guidance or would like a second look at your plan, reach out to Brooke Martin or myself.
Greater Iowa Credit Union's Greater Checking is a free account that pays you each month for doing the things you normally do anyway, like buying coffee or donuts. Plus, they have digital tools that make it a cinch to check your balance, deposit checks, or pay bills from anywhere. And with an interest rate over 80 times the national average, it really pays to have Greater Checking. Just go easy on the donuts.
Learn more at gicu.org/greaterchecking. Rate comparison in accordance with FDIC National Rates Report.
Welcome back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. We're here in Indianola hosting Oskaloosa. Opening tip is up, and it is won by Foster and picked up by Oskaloosa. Blommers has it defended, as we guessed, by Emily Naughton. Into the right corner, Oskaloosa probing this lady-to-lady Indianola defense. Blommers gets it down low. Foster, turnaround shot, maybe altered by McDaniel, and it goes off the rim a couple of times before dropping. Belt over to Smith, over to Naughton. Dribbles left side, Naughton into the lane, kicks it right side. Smith goes, puts up a floater, rattles home, and Jill Smith, who had a career high last Friday night, Rick, gets the scoring started with a nice drive and a floater. I know you love that play.
Yeah, I love that shot. It's just a nice shot. She handles that so well, and great job. But I like the defensive rebound on the other end. I like that we're playing lady-to-lady defense against Oski here.
Passes intercepted by Bishop over into the hands of Naughton. Indianola now turns it back over, leading 2-0. Trying to go coast to coast down the floor. Layup is up and in by Blommers. And that's an easy one for Presley Blommers. And we're all knotted up at 2, a minute into the first quarter. Naughton over to Smith. Oski playing a 2-3 zone into the corner for Bryn Bishop. Swings it back around Belt at the top of the key. Now to Naughton. Shot clock down to 20. Naughton gets a screen right. Now over to Bishop, right wing. Fakes left, goes right, hands it off to Belt. Belt going into the lane, and a foul's going to be called on the floor with 6:41 left to go in the first quarter. And in case you missed it, presented by Heinz Mechanical, Rick, both Zoe Belt and Jill Smith had career highs in scoring last Friday, and I think we just saw the flexibility of this Indianola squad as the pass gets into Belt, who puts a layup up, and it's blocked by Foster, and Oskaloosa with a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they did. That was just a nice block. They said skirt. Now we got the big gal with the ball at the top.
Foster loses it to Naughton. Naughton with the steal, goes 1-on-2 down the floor. Layup is up too strong. Rebound is tipped up by Bishop, gets over to Smith. Back to Bishop, open for 3. She'll take it. In and out, no good, and a long rebound picked up by Oskaloosa. That was, in case you missed it, presented by Heinz Mechanical. Your home should be comfortable, no matter the weather. 2-2 scores, 6:10 left to go in the first quarter. That's Oskaloosa ball. Blommers over the top for Van Veldhuizen. Into the corner, Foster, baseline jumper is up and in, and Deja Foster, averaging just over 10 points per contest, puts Oski up.
That's probably that 15-foot jump shot. They'll probably let her take, but she needs to come out on her, so that's her shot.
McDaniel into the corner, had the ball down low on the block, passed it over towards Naughton, who drives inside, puts up a floater. McDaniel offensive rebound, layup is up, and we're knotted up at 4. Kendall McDaniel with an offensive rebound, and second chance points for Indianola, ties the score at 4.
Yeah, I like that fact that we're getting those offensive rebounds and getting a chance to put that ball back up. Great job, great effort by Kendall McDaniel.
Blommers dribbles left side, gets a screen. Indianola switches over to Foster. Foster on the baseline, pass up, stolen away by Bishop. Bishop dribbling right side, going right to the hoop. Good defense from Oskaloosa, and the layup is no good, and it's picked up by Oskaloosa. And a quick McCoy True Value timeout going to be called by Oski with 5:13 left to go in the first quarter. Again, other games we have going on in our new sponsor, our Forest Septic Environmental Services radio scoreboard. No updates yet. Pella versus Grinnell, Pella Christian versus Norwalk, and Knoxville at Davis County.
Newton at DCG tonight, right, in the conference? Yep. Conference play. Newton is at DCG. I like the Norwalk Pella Christian. That should be a good ball game.
Should be a very good ball game, both
Grinnell
girls and
Pella
boys.
Too.
And, we're excited to see some of these teams coming in this year because, that's the fun thing about high school is kids grow up a lot, and you just have kind of no idea what each team's going to be like coming in each year. Oskaloosa ball, length of the floor to go as they get into Blommers, defended by Naughton, tied at 4. Crossing half court, gets a screen left. Naughton all over her, now gets it over into the hands. Johnson had it, now back over to Blommers, right wing. Bishop switched on her, drives inside off the backboard, up and in, and Blommers already with 4 points. And Indianola's switching has created some matchups that Blommers has taken advantage of, and Oski leads 6-4.
She did a nice job on that. Got in there, that little jump shot, got it off the glass, and had 2 more at 4 for her.
Naughton goes baseline. Nice give and go to Bishop, puts up a floater, does not fall again, and Foster's there for the rebound. Oskaloosa doing a nice job on the defensive end right now. 4.5 to go, quarter number 1, and they lead 6-4 up against Indianola. Blommers dribbles left side, tries to go baseline. McDaniel's right there to snipe away and tip away the pass over to Naughton, and Oski turns it over. Naughton over the top pass, tried to go for Bishop, was a dangerous pass, and it will go out of bounds, and Indianola turns the ball over. That's been the issue so far this game right now, Rick, for Indianola. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, right now they're bringing that ball down there. The idea, I like the idea of trying to get that inside, but they're not able to get that or get that pass down the floor quickly, and it's resulted in a turnover. And I think Oski's got, of their 6 points, 4 of those have been off of turnovers.
Blommers, left side, deep range 3, has the angle, and it's up no good. Bishop with the rebound, gets it over to Naughton. Indianola can tie or take the lead with halfway gone so far in the first quarter. McDaniel gets the nice pass, goes over inside the lane, shot is up no good, and a foul is going to be called. And 2 shots for Kendall McDaniel.
It should be on Foster, I believe.
That's her first.
Yep.
Team is second.
The other foul, the first foul was on Presley Bloomers, and she got her first foul. So those are the 2 fouls for Oski.
McDaniel's a good free throw shooter, and the first one rims in and out. So the best the Indians can do is get back within 1 here. Second free throw, too strong. 0 for 2 at the line. Indianola trailing 6-4, 3:50 to go in the first quarter, and it's Oskaloosa ball. Blommers dribbling right side. Again, defended by Naughton. We expect to see this matchup pretty much the entire night, as we've seen it for pretty much almost 4 years now. Indianola, Oskaloosa. Blommers, right wing. They set some screens to try and get her open. She drives baseline, gets it inside. Good pass to Foster. She can't hit the layup, however, gets her own offensive rebound. Turnaround shot is up and in. And second chance points for Foster puts Oskaloosa up 8-4. And we talked about that keys, Rick. Stopping Blommers, stopping offensive rebounds. So far, Indianola has not done either of them.
Yeah, and they've scored points off of that, and they right now lead 8-4.
McDaniel in the lane gets a nice entry pass from Bishop. Turnaround shot is up and in, and a McCoy True Value timeout called this time by head coach Jeff Jansen. And Indianola, let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Indianola trails Oskaloosa 6-8, 3:16 left to go, quarter number 1. Both teams now with 4 McCoy True Value timeouts. Indianola with no fouls, Oski with 2. That's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. So whether it's a sudden injury, chronic issue, or nagging pain you want to walk in and be seen for, the choice is Capital. For more information and a list of services, go to dsmcapitalortho.com. As Rick, early, I would say defense for Indianola, probably not what they're looking for. And offense, too many turnovers, and Oski's outplaying them and deservedly has the lead right now.
Yeah, and I think Coach, after timeout, Coach Jensen made some switches. Dana Blake comes into the ball game for Indianola right now.
As does Lauren Olson, freshman who had a fantastic start to the season. Dribbles right side, Naughton sticks her hands in and forces a jump ball with Cassie Johnson. Possession arrow goes towards Indianola, and both teams kind of trading turnovers right now. Indianola trailing 8-6 with 2:58 left to go, quarter number 1. Still looking for some better offensive efficiency. Olson, top of the key, dribbling right. Indianola loading the right side as McDaniel gets the ball, goes to the hoop, and layup is up and in. And Kendall McDaniel's 6 first quarter points ties the score at 8.
They're playing that zone, and that time she had her on the wrong side, and Kendall McDaniel made that nice move, went to the hoop, and got the bucket.
Blommers gets a jump ball forced by Emily Naughton. That's twice in a row down the floor that Naughton has just kind of grabbed the ball as Jill Smith comes back on for Bring Bishop. So on the floor for Indianola, Olson, Naughton, Smith, Blake, and McDaniel. Pass gets into the hands of Cassie Johnson. Goes right side. Blommers, right wing. Defended by Naughton. Score tied at 8. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Baseline jumper is up no good. Jill Smith with the rebound. Naughton with the ball top of the key. Looks down low. Blake trying to drive inside. Just lost the ball, and it's picked up by Oskaloosa. Johnson dribbling right side. Now pulls it back up into the hands of Van Veldhuizen. Now over to Blommers. 2:07 and counting to go in the first. Blommers dribbling left side. Steps back on Naughton, tries another drive, gets around Naughton, finally goes to the hoop, and Blommers just relentless attacking, puts up the layup, and it's off the backboard and in. They lead 10-8. Back to Naughton for the 3, and the lead off the rim, no good. Rebound by Foster. And at 47 to go in the first quarter, Oskaloosa leads with the ball. Hannah Nelson gets it down low, And Veldhusen, shot is up, no good, but a foul is going to be called. And Oskaloosa will head to the free throw line for the first time tonight, trying to make it a 2-possession game.
Foul number 5, Smith. That's her first.
It's on Jill Smith, her first. Good-looking shots for Indianola so far, Rick. Again, they're just kind of not putting down enough of them. Free throws up and in. Zoe Belt comes on, and Kendall McDaniel takes her first rest of the game. 11-8, Oskaloosa. Second free throw, no good. Naughton with the rebound. Indianola trailing by 3, 1:35, quarter number 1. Belt against this Oskaloosa 2-3 zone. Naughton back to Belt. She's open for 3. No good. Maybe didn't get her feet set. It doesn't hit anything, and Blomers with the rebound. Quickly looking up the floor for Johnson. Johnson dribbling into a double team. Loses her footing and just kind of throws the ball back. Indianola intercepts it with Naughton, and now they have numbers. Naughton driving into the lane, puts up a floater. Does not fall. Again, Blake tries to tip the rebound out, and it's off of Indianola, Oskaloosa ball. And Rick, there's just Indianola can't find the bottom of the net right now.
No, right now they're taking some good shots, Andrew, but they're just not falling, and we're not in that rebound position where we can get those rebounds. We got people underneath, but we're just not able to get that. We almost had that one, but it goes out of bounds, and it went to Oskaloosa.
Johnson dribbles right side. They're looking over the top for Foster, defended by Blake. Goes inside, shot is up, no good, gets her own rebound. Ball is tipped away and stolen away by Olsen. Good defense from Blake, and Olsen with the heads-up play to snag the ball. Indianola trails 11-8, final 45 seconds of the first quarter. Belt into the corner. Olsen back to Belt, trying to find somewhere against this zone. Blake sets a screen for Naughton into the corner. Olsen back to Belt. Good ball movement, but they haven't gotten a shot up yet. Smith into the corner. Naughton thought about a shot, goes inside. Back to Jill. Three-pointer for the tie. Knocks it down, and Jill Smith has 5 in the first quarter, and we're knotted up at 11. Shot clock is off, final 20 seconds of the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the ball movement there, Andrew. They did a nice job. They were waiting for that right shot, and Jill Smith had it. She took it, knocked it down, and tied it up.
Pass gets down low to Foster, and she's just going to turn around, towering over everybody, hits the layup. 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Naughton, top of the key. Spins around everybody, splits the defense. She heads to the hoop, and she hits her layup at the buzzer. That ends quarter number 1, and Indianola ties it up, 13-all. Indianola Oskaloosa back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube.
Tank Service is your locally family-owned and operated septic tank service that has been serving Central Iowa since 1918. Forest Septic Tank Services provides residential septic tank pumping services with state-of-the-art factory-built and custom vacuum unit trucks to service residential homes with the latest technology and the industry, ensuring they will provide the best customer service, leaving you a clean, mess-free environment. For more on how the septic tank service experts can help you, visit forestseptic.com. Forest Septic Tank Service, number 1 and number 2 businesses.
We've all been there. Winters in Iowa, nothing in the fridge, a hungry family at home, and snow slowly piling up. Don't go out this winter if you don't have to, and with Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola, you don't have to go anywhere. The Godfather's Pizza Express at 1201 North Jefferson Way offers delivery from 4 to 9 p.m. Friday through Sunday. So let the snow fall and the family eat when you enjoy that great Godfather's taste you know and love at Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola. Call 515-961-6730 and make that delivery order now.
Welcome back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. Indianola and Oskaloosa tied at 13 to start the second quarter. Rick, your first impressions on that opening frame?
Well, I thought Oskaloosa did a great job of getting those defensive rebounds, not only allowing Indianola to have one shot. Now, Indianola took some good shots. What they need to do is find more open shots like they did late in that
Well, and they
quarter.
get the ball
right
inside
there,
to McDaniel. An easy layup, just kind of setting a screen against the zone. And that set play is tonight's creative idea, presented by Swagabeats. Create your own coffee mugs, tumblers, shirts, and more with whatever designs you can imagine. Family photo or a hobby you want to brag about, they can do it at Swagabeats. As Blomers drives inside, and she gets the 2 again, and we're all tied up at 15. Pass down low to McDaniel. She tries to put up a layup, misses it in the middle of 3 Oskaloosa defenders, and Oski grabs the rebound. Blomers dribbling right side. Into the corner. Johnson, she'll take a 3. It's off the back of the rim. No, Naughton with a rebound. 7:15 to go, quarter number 2. Indianola and Oskaloosa tied at 15.
I think Indianola needs to keep that pace up because I think that's where they need to do. And if they can do that, I think they've got an opportunity to pull ahead here in this second quarter.
Belt's pass down to McDaniel. She tried the baseline jumper, and it doesn't hit anything. Oskaloosa with the rebound, tied up at 15. Blommers with the ball, dribbling right side. Don't believe Indianola has led in this contest. At best, they've tied it. Blommers, three-pointer from the right wing. It's no good. Good box out from Kendall McDaniel, but the ball is loose. It's on the ground. Foster somehow comes up with it. Jill Smith grabs it after a missed putback shot, and now Smith leading the break. 6.5 to go before halftime. Smith to Naughton, dribbles left side, finds Bishop underneath, kicks it back out to Belt. Bishop maybe had a shot there as Smith swings it back around. They find McDaniel in the lane. Turnaround left-handed hook is up and in, and Kendall McDaniel's in double figures. And the Indianola Indians lead 17-15.
I like the pass by Smith. I think she was just a little too far under, realized she didn't have it. She kicks it out real quick. They move that ball, pass that around, and they find McDaniel's right there in the lane, and she does a nice little hook shot with her left hand.
Blommers finds Foster, back out to Blommers. Defended by Bryn Bishop this time. Now down back low to Foster. Turnaround shot is off the front of the rim. No. And it's tracked down by Van Veldhuizen. Now to Blommers, shot fake, step up, jumper, rims in and out, no good. And Belt with a good box out, and a foul is going to be called on Oskaloosa on the rebound with 5:45 left to go in the second quarter. In case you missed it, presented by Heinz Mechanical, Kendall McDaniel, 10 first half points as Indianola leads 17-15.
You know, this has been pretty, the play of this, they've played some good basketball out there. Just a third team foul for Oski. We're into the second quarter, 5:40 and counting. And the score 17-15, but just the third team foul for Oski. Indianola with just one team foul.
Belt over to Naughton. Gets a screen from McDaniel left. Naughton splits the defense, goes right at Foster. Left-handed layup, a little bit too strong. And a solid rebound picked up by Oskaloosa. Blommers, left side, Naughton tracking her down. Gets a crossover and gets a screen. And an offensive foul is going to be called. A moving screen on Oskaloosa, trying to prevent Naughton from chasing Blommers.
There was one of those early on. They just didn't quite catch it. This time they did catch it. And Van Veldhuizen is going to pick up that foul.
So, yeah,
that'll be the fourth team
foul on Oskaloosa. And Indianola leading 17-15. Belt over the top pass finds McDaniel. She'll take the jumper. Too strong, gets her own rebound, however, splits the defense, goes right back to the hoop, but Foster gets the block on a good defensive play and then avoids the turnover by not passing it directly to Emily Naughton. Blommers nearly lost the ball. Oski has it down low. Johnson, cross-court pass. Edgar, back up top. Van Veldhuizen puts up a shot, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Lauren Olson. And just the second team foul on Indianola, but that will send Lydia Van Veldhuizen to the free throw line for 2 more shots. She's 1 for 2. Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio update, our first of the night. Grinnell 19, Pella 12 at the end of the first. First free throw no good from Lydia Van Veldhuizen.
Actually, what I've got is that's her first free throw of the season right there, these tonight here, so she's 1 out of 3.
Second one, rims in and out, no good, but a good offensive rebound picked up by Oskaloosa. That was Evelyn Adam into the game for the first time, gets it out to Blommers, and a refreshed shot clock with 4:37 to go. Behind the back move from Blommers, gets it inside Foster, turnaround shot is up, no good. Olsen with a rebound, good looking shot, better defense from McDaniel, and Indianola looks to grow their 2-point lead, which is their biggest of the night. Naughton inside McDaniel. Shot is up, no good, fights for her rebound, but Foster grabs it. Here comes Blommers and Oski. Gets it right side, lost the ball. Olsen comes up with it, gets it over inside to Naughton, and now Indianola has numbers. Running the break. Naughton, right side. Good defense from Blommers as those two have been battling all night. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Belt. Top of the key for the Indians. Looks inside for McDaniel. Down to Naughton. She'll take the 3-hand in her face. No good. And Blake is going to get fouled on the rebound. And Indianola cannot grow their 2-point lead. And they commit their third team foul of the first half. Brandon Bishop and Jill Smith come on as McCoy True Value timeout is called by Oskaloosa with 3:52 left to go in the second. Let's take a look at the road ahead presented by Downey Tire Pros. And the road ahead for Indianola It is at Ankeny on Monday and then home versus Norwalk on Friday for all of next week. A couple of good matchups for Indianola. That's the road ahead, presented by Downey Tire Pros, locally owned. Downey Tire Pros, your home for hassle-free service in Indianola.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one for Indianola fans. Of course, the Ankeny head coach of the Ankeny Hawks is Drew McAnally, a graduate of Indianola. So he's been the Ankeny coach up there for a few years, and talked to his dad today, and he said he's really happy with what he's got. He's got ball players. He's got some basketball players that love to play basketball. So he's got a good group of young gals. Got a freshman that he's really happy, proud of. So we'll talk about that next week, but looking forward to the trip to Ankeny.
Well, Indianola leading Oskaloosa in this second quarter 4-2. Obviously what they wanted to see defensively, Rick, is we're at 3:52, I believe, left to go. Yeah, before halftime. 2 points is great on the defensive end. 4 points, not so much offensively.
Yeah, you've got that right. And as we'll look at the stats as we get to halftime. But right now, Oskaloosa is putting the ball in play, and a little pressure put on by Emily Naughton on Blommers.
Blommers gets it over, gets it back, nearly tipped away. Blommers shot fake, step up, deep jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped up, picked up by Edgar. Or no, excuse me, that's Adam. Adam gets it back out. Shot fake. Van Veldhuizen over to Blommers. Great ball handling. Goes straight to the hoop. Layup is up and in. And a foul is called. Count the bucket. And we know how Presley Blommers can score. She does so again and has a free throw to give Oskaloosa the lead. It's on Dana Blake, her second, team fourth. And offensive rebounds hurting Indianola.
And here's a young lady, shoots 83%. She nails the first one as she adds to the and one to her score.
18-17 Oskaloosa now ahead. Into the corner, Bishop looking down for Blake. McDaniel takes a seat. Naughton, top of the key for Blake. Thought about a shot, finds Olsen into the corner. Bishop back up to Olsen, swings it around. Jill Smith, now Naughton right wing. They look inside. Blake trying to go one-on-one. Double teamed, loses the ball, and Foster comes up with it. And here comes Oskaloosa. Looking inside is Nelson, and the pass is going to be deflected by Smith and out of bounds. It will be Oskaloosa ball underneath.
Yeah, nice job by Bryn Smith. Jillian Smith getting down there to knock that ball out, because that would look like an easy layup.
Nelson dribbles right side, just lost the ball, or lost her footing, and then lost the ball out of bounds. I wonder if there was some contact or not, but no whistle, and it's a turnover. Indianola ball with 2:51 left to go in the first half. Indianola trailing 18-17. As soon as we get a stoppage in play, we'll do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset as Naughton has it on the left wing. Crosses over, triple teamed. Olsen takes the three. That one's too strong, and the rebound picked up by Blommers. Here comes Oski. Nearly loses it. Naughton's going to be whistled for a reach-in foul. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Oskaloosa 18, Indianola 17. Indianola with 5 team fouls, Oskaloosa with 4, and we're 2:31 left to go in half number 1. That's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset.
And for Oski coming back in is Johnson. She'll check back in, I believe.
Yeah, Cassie Johnson comes back in.
Yeah.
Not sure how much Blommers and Naughton will be sitting tonight, Rick.
Well, you've got to have those two out there. And right now, Presley Blommers is doing a job that we thought maybe.
Pass gets down low, wide open layup. No good from Evelyn Adam. I don't know how that one didn't fall, but Indianola catches a huge break as Olsen gets it over to Naughton. McDaniel on the elbow, give and go. Reverse layup from Naughton. Great give, great play from Indianola, and they lead 19-18.
It's kind of like they were right on the same page with that. It was just a great little give and go. I'd like to see that. That speed of Emily Naughton makes that happen out there, and a great pass from McDaniel.
Under 2 minutes in half number 1. Indianola leading 19-18. Adam gets it over. Van Veldhuizen fouled. And that's going to be her 3rd trip to the charity stripe in this first half with 1:49 remaining. I believe that falls on Bryn Bishop, her first. No one on Indianola in foul trouble. Blake does have 2, but other than that, they're pretty spread out. First free throw, no good. Van Veldhuizen, 1 of 5 at the line. Now a chance to tie it up. Rattles home. 19-0 with 1:49 remaining. McDaniel passes it into Naughton, and Indianola tries to attack this 2-3 zone. Belt. Right side Naughton. Back over to Belt. Into the corner. Olsen back to Naughton. Up to McDaniel on the elbow. Picks up her dribble. Has to get it back out to Naughton, who drives inside. Into the corner. Open. Bishop. She'll take the three. Knocks it down. Bryn Bishop with the triple. Puts Indianola up 22-19.
Yeah, I think we passed up at least a couple, 3 shots there, but they did a nice job passing it around, keeping that ball alive, found the opening by Bishop.
Now Bishop gets the steal, starts a 2-on-1. Gets it over to Naughton. Layup is up. 5-0 run for Indianola as Naughton hits. And it's 24-19 with 1:03 and counting before halftime.
Yeah, nice assist there, nice steal, and that's 9 turnovers for Oski here in the first half.
Pass down low, Foster kicks it back out. Van Veldhuizen dribbles baseline, shot is blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds with 51.8 seconds remaining. Taking a look at our Forest Septic Environmental Services radio scoreboard. Davis County leading Knoxville 20-13 at the end of the first. Grinnell leading Pella 19-12. That was the Forest Septic Environmental Services radio scoreboard, proudly serving Central Iowa since 1918. They're number 1 in the number 2 business. Oskaloosa underneath. Gets it up top to Foster, defended by McDaniel. Great battle those two have had, and Foster turnaround shot. Her first points of the second quarter as it rattles home, and Indianola leads 24-21 with the ball. 40 seconds to go before halftime. Naughton over to Belt, out at the volleyball line. Back to Olsen. Left side Naughton, 30 seconds. Down low McDaniel, turnaround layup, up and in. 12 points in the first half for Kendall McDaniel as Indianola's lead is back up to 5, 26-21. Shot clock is off. Blomers tries a crossover, gets a screen. Defended by Naughton, dribbling right side, behind the back move, goes into the lane, tries to kick it down low, but Bishop is right there. 10 seconds to go in the half. Indianola with the lead. Crossing half court. 5 seconds. Naughton gets a screen from McDaniel. Dribbles right, finds Bishop, back door, into the corner, and they can't get a shot up in time, but they still lead 26-21. Halftime coverage coming up after this on 94.3 KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube.
When shopping around for your internet provider, convenience is key. IMU Fiber's local and community-focused customer care reduces wait time for support, improves response time for service issues, brings hometown values to broadband services. IMU Fiber delivers a better broadband experience to Indianola homes and businesses. Utilizing a future-proof fiber network platform, they provide unmatched reliability so their customers will experience fewer service slowdowns and interruptions. Did I mention no contracts, no data caps, and no fine print? Just great service from people you know. IMU Fiber in Indianola.
Let's face it, in Iowa, when it comes to winter weather, you never know what you're going to get. Wouldn't it be nice to know that whatever's happening outside, your furnace is prepared to handle it? With quality plumbing, heating, and air conditioning by your side, you'll have the confidence to know you'll have that quality warmth inside all winter long. So when it comes to staying warm this winter, call Joe at Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, your local Rheem dealer in Indianola.
The holiday season is upon us, and with that comes the fun of decorating. McCoy True Value in Indianola has all the holiday decorations you're looking for, from trees to lights to their wide variety of holiday ornaments. McCoy True Value has what you need to make this holiday season a little more festive. And don't forget about the extra supplies like extension cords, exterior lights, and if you're like me, the smoke detectors when that family dinner goes wrong. When it comes to the holidays, McCoy True Value in Indianola has you covered. McCoy True Value, service with heart. Make sure to stop in and check out the great deals at your Indianola Hy-Vee this week. Honey Crisp apples are $1.77 a pound. Hy-Vee shredded cheese is $1.99. Campbell's soup is 99 cents. Nabisco snack crackers or Chips Ahoy cookies are 4 for $9. And Cottonelle bath tissue is $12.98 and can earn you 15 cents off per gallon in Fuel Saver. All these great deals and more, only at your local Indianola Hy-Vee.
Welcome to the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram radio halftime show on 94.3 KNIA. Indianola leading 26-21. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner over Oskaloosa at halftime. Southtown not only holds the keys to your next vehicle, they want to be a key part of the Indianola community. They do that by giving back to local charities and working with many local businesses. Southtown of Indianola working with you and for you. Great routine from the Indianola Impulse going on right now. They had their state dance championships, received a Division I rating in all their performances last week. So congratulations to the Indianola dancers. Rick.
And a proud grandpa.
Yeah,
Definitely,
very, absolutely. So great job by the Indianola dancers last week. And the Winter Guard competing for the first time in school history as well. Also received, I believe, a Division I rating in individuals. I believe 3rd or 4th overall in individual, a couple of athletes out there. So fantastic job. But first half scoring, Indianola leading 26-21. It's been Kendall McDaniel getting her open and getting her points down low. It's been the Indians' MO.
Yeah, she's right now, she's got, I talked to her before the ball game, and I said, this might be the game where you get to come out, but you've got somebody tough inside that you're going to have to go against. And she said, you know what, I really know that. We've been working hard at that. And she showed. She's had moves right, left. She's got 12 points in the first half. For her, Foster, her on the opposite side. For Oskaloosa, she's got 8, so she's right there. They're right there together, and just doing a fantastic job, those two. But Presley Blomers is the one that's leading the way for Oskaloosa. Andrew, she has 11 points, averaging 20 points a ball game. She's probably going to get her those points. What we need to do is stop the other two, and right now we're doing a great job on Cassie Johnson. I'm not sure she's maybe taken one shot.
It's been tough.
Yeah,
Blomers with 11, Foster with 8, and then Van Veldhuizen with 2. The scoring for Oskaloosa on the evening. I do want to say our fan of the game is presented by Cabin Coffee. Sherry Gordon of Indianola is our fan of the game, presented by Cabin Coffee, and she's won a free $25 gift certificate. So if you'd like to be our fan of the game, stop by Cabin Coffee Company to register, then listen into our next Indianola broadcast to see if you're our fan of the game, presented by Cabin Coffee. Indianola girls leading 26-21. We'll come back for second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center on the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram radio halftime show after this on KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube.
Hey guys, where should we go for supper tonight?
I want spaghetti. I want chicken. I want pizza.
What if we could have all three? It's Monday and Houston's on Main and Milo has all-you-can-eat spaghetti, not to mention their delicious fried chicken and famous wood oven pizza. It's a trifecta of deliciousness at Houston's on Main and Milo on Mondays.
I can have chicken. I can have spaghetti.
And I can have their famous wood oven pizza.
Let's go!
Thank you again for keeping us strong and growing. From our family here at Houston's, the home of Milo's best wood oven pizza.
Did you know that we offer Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for doing things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card, setting up a direct deposit, and taking an e-statement. Every month is a new chance to qualify, and there's no penalty if you miss.
Kasasa, available in Knoxville, Pleasantville, Lacona, Milo, Indianola, Carlisle, and Seymour. People's Bank member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram radio halftime show. Indianola Oskaloosa girls basketball game, one of our doubleheader. Currently Indianola with a late second quarter surge, leading 26-21. I'm Andrew Swadner. He's Rick Wilson. We got Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio updates coming in as Grinnell leads Pella at halftime 28-23. Last update we got was 20-13 Davis County over Knoxville, and we have not gotten any updates so far on Norwalk versus Pella Christian. We're still, that one just comes in. Norwalk 10, Pella Christian nothing at the end of the first. So Norwalk holding Pella Christian scoreless at the end of the first quarter. Let's do second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center. My adjustment for Indianola is better team defense on Presley Blomers. She's going to score. She's that type of player, but it can't just all be Emily Naughton trying to guard her one-on-one. She's just too good and too talented.
Well, you've got to be able to make, if you make that adjustment, and here's the thing that she just doesn't, she has that great job doing. What I'd like to see, too, an adjustment. Emily Naughton was 6 points in the first half. I don't think she's we haven't seen what she can do. I mean, we know her to drive to the bucket and do that kind of thing, but she's also been able to feed it inside where we've got Kendall McDaniels scoring those points, making up where Emily might have 8 or 10, 12 points at the half. But right now, I think a little bit more involvement. We're shooting the threes. We've hit a couple of threes. I'd like to see us to keep taking those.
I think my second half adjustment, my other one is going to be more aggressive on offense. We've seen them pass up some shots. Sometimes it's good to just take a good shot. I know we talk a lot about with this squad and head coach Jeff Jansen passing up a good shot for a great shot. But if the great shot isn't there, a good shot's certainly a good thing to take. If you have an opening and you're a good shooter, and we know a lot of these girls are, you can go ahead and take that. So that's my other second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center. Remember, when you need auto body repair, the difference between one shop and the next are the little details. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola. That wraps up the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Radio halftime show. Southtown not only holds the keys to your next vehicle, they want to be a key part of the Indianola community. They do that by giving back to local charities and working with many local businesses. Southtown of Indianola working with you and for you. Again, other scores going on our Forest Septic Environmental Services radio scoreboard. Norwalk leading Pella Christian 10-0. Grinnell 28-23 over Pella at halftime. Davis County leading Knoxville 20-13. Back for third quarter action after this on 94.3 KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola girls basketball leading Oskaloosa 26-21.
Life is lived best in motion. Downey Tire Pros will help keep you on the road, making sure you're ready for any adventure the holiday travel season throws your way. Give the gift of Michelin this year. Let Downey Tire Pros help cross your vehicle off your holiday wish list with a huge selection of Michelin tires, along with a variety of financing options to fit any need. Stop in or visit online today. Downey Tire Pros, love the drive. See store for complete details or visit online at downeytire.com today. Have you checked out the Indianola YMCA? Your Indianola YMCA would like to invite you to stop by your local Y and discover the many benefits of belonging to a nonprofit organization dedicated to building strong kids, strong families, and strong communities. Improve your health and fitness, learn new skills, connect with others. It's all waiting for you here at the Y. They'd love to give you a tour and offer you a free pass so you can try the Y for yourself. Call or stop in today to find out more. Your Indianola YMCA. It's where you belong.
Welcome back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner, as well as Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola girls basketball leading 26-21, and it'll be Oskaloosa ball to start the third quarter.
And I believe we've got the starters on the floor for both teams. Andrew, I want to mention, too, Indianola just went to the free throw line once, and that was Kendall McDaniel. She missed both those 0 for 2. Oskaloosa was 3 out of 7 from the charity stripe in that first half, so they did get up there. But it was Van Veldhuizen who got to the free throw line. She made her first one, and then number 6 she made, so she was 2 out of 6.
Well, Blomers drives inside, straight to the hoop, layup up and in, and a foul is called for the first play of the third quarter. So Blomers picking right up where she left off, and it's an and one opportunity for Oskaloosa. That's on Kendall McDaniel, her first. I believe every Indian who has now entered the game has hit a foul, or has got a foul, except for Zoe Belt. Blomers hits the free throw, and it's 26-24. A quick 3 in 8 seconds for Oskaloosa to start the third. Belt dribbles right, now left into the corner for Smith, but the ball is tipped out of bounds by Oski and Veldhuizen.
Yeah, Jill Smith almost went after that. Good job by her, just letting it go out of bounds, set that ball, reset the offense now.
Naughton gets it into McDaniel, tries Bishop baseline, puts up a floater, hits. Bishop, first points of the third quarter. She's got 5 in the game, and Indianola's lead is back to 4, 28-24.
Yeah, I like that. Nice pass, got in there, got it down, and made that little jump shot.
Blomers, great crossover, tries to dump it off down low to Foster, but Bishop is right there. Solid help defense after McDaniel had to quickly come up. Naughton dribbles baseline, goes to the hoop. This one's too strong. Good defense from Oskaloosa in the return, and now they're on offense. Blomers right wing, defended by Bishop. Cross-court pass towards Adam. Now into the corner, three-pointer, hits. That is Hannah Nelson with the triple. Oskaloosa's first three-pointer of the game, and it's 28-27. Indianola's lead is now just one.
And I think Hannah Nelson, that's either probably her first or second attempt at the shot. She makes that one for a three.
McDaniel gets the ball at the free throw line. Turnaround jumper. Hits, and it's 30-27. Back and forth we go. A lot more offense to start off this third quarter.
Yeah, I like that. No hesitation at all. Turn, look. The shot was there. She took it and made it.
Blommers dribbles right side, and Indianola switches off. Now gets it inside. Adam drives inside. Her shot is up, no good. And Jill Smith with the rebound. Now leading the break for Indianola. Smith over to Bishop. Thought maybe she was going to take the shot, but passes it up, gets it over to Smith, who finds Naughton as Indianola sets up their offense. Cross-court pass, Belt. Down low, McDaniel on the block. Turnaround shot is blocked by Foster, but a foul is going to be called. Looked like she got the ball clean. I wonder if she leaned over a little bit.
Yeah, a little body right there, and that's going to give Kendall McDaniel an opportunity at the charity stripe. That should be her second.
Well, that's on Blommers, her second.
Check that call. It is on Blommers.
I wonder if it was the help defense. As McDaniel hits the free throw, and Indianola's now 1 of 3 at the line in the game. All of them by Kendall McDaniel. Lead back up to 4, 31-27, and the second free throw. Short. Bishop with the rebound, and Indianola sets things up. Naughton splits the defense, goes to the hoop. Shot is up, no good, but a foul is called. It'll be on the floor anyway, and it'll be Indianola ball underneath. And Oskaloosa, not even 2 minutes into the third quarter here, Rick. Van Veldhuizen with her second. Indianola ball underneath. Gets it up to McDaniel on the block, goes right into Foster. Lots of contact, but a good no call. But Jill Smith is there for an offensive rebound, and she puts it back up and in. And Indianola leading 33-27. Kind of an odd sequence of events there.
Yeah, I like that fact that they got the ball in, and then Jill Smith was right there to pick up the rebound and put it back for two.
And Veldhuizen in the corner. Dribbles baseline, a little bit too much contact from Bishop there. I thought she should have been whistled earlier, and gets hit with the foul. Indianola's second team foul. Bishop's second. Got to kind of take that baseline. A lot of coaches say don't drive baseline. Pass gets into the corner. Nelson. Well, that is Adam, excuse me. Her shot goes awry, and it's rebounded by Bishop. Naughton over the top pass finds Belt. Belt back out. McDaniel open for three. Too strong, and a rebound picked up by Oskaloosa. That's Nelson. Gets it up to Foster, back to Nelson, and here comes Oskaloosa. And Indianola with their biggest lead of the night, 33-27. Blommers inside Foster. Puts the ball on the floor. Naughton comes in and forces a jump ball. Possession arrow towards Indianola. And that's at least the third or fourth jump ball forced by Naughton.
Yeah, and a lot of times too, when you see that and they put the center or they put that ball on the ground, especially with somebody smaller than they are, a lot of times that gets tied up, and right there, that jump ball goes to Indianola.
15 points for Kendall McDaniel as she gets the ball down low. Nice pass, layup up and in, and a little bit too easy. Indianola, it's just kind of getting it to McDaniel in a position to succeed more often than I've seen all season long, and we're going to get a quick McCoy True Value timeout from Oskaloosa as Indianola leads 35-27. In case you missed it, presented by Heinz Mechanical. 5 points for McDaniel, 2 for Bishop, 2 for Jill Smith as Indianola builds their biggest lead of the night, 35-27.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Kendall McDaniels is really being aggressive in there. She's going right at the hoop, right at Foster. And then doing a good job, Andrew, of passing that around inside down there too. So if Kendall McDaniel isn't getting it, somebody's open, and the last time we saw that was Jill Smith open underneath on the offensive rebound.
All right, so that's In Case You Missed It, presented by Heinz Mechanical. We're in the middle of a McCoy True Value timeout. Indianola Municipal Utilities Instant Radio Update. Knoxville, who trailed 20-13 at the end of the first, leads Davis County at halftime, 34-32. So the Panthers making a nice comeback on the Mustangs. Again, little Hawkeye Conference action tonight. Pella versus Grinnell, Pella Christian, Norwalk. And then it should be DCG and Newton. All right, coming out of the McCoy True Value timeout, it'll be Oskaloosa ball. Evelyn Adam will pass it in, most likely to Blommers, and we should be good to go. We're inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth. Oskaloosa ball. Adam gets it right side. Shot fake, dribbles right. Good job splitting the defense. Now picks up her dribble inside Foster. Turnaround shot is up. Does not fall. McDaniel out of the game. Oskaloosa trying to take advantage of it as Indianola grabs the rebound. Belt, right wing, looking for Blake inside. Gets it to around the free throw line to Naughton. Back to Blake. Splits the defense. Olsen, baseline, into the corner. Bishop, back to Belt. Good patience from Indianola. 15 on the shot clock. Naughton gets a screen. Looks back out, finds a cutting Bishop, but no, Foster just takes it and snags the ball in midair. Hosky forces the turnover. Cross-court pass. Back over Foster at the elbow. Has the ball, looks back out Blommers. Now into the corner. Nelson looking inside Foster, but Blake with a good defensive play knocks it out of bounds with 4:04 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Dana Blake did a nice job that time. She actually played her perfectly. They're going to make that go high, and she had enough just to get on it. Goes out of bounds. They're going to have to put the ball in play underneath the basket.
Oskaloosa ball has to get it all the way back out to Adam. Adam drives by everybody, goes right to the hoop, passes up the shot, gets it to Blommers. Blommers drives inside. Blake with great stand-up defense, alters the shot, and Indianola with the rebound. Now Naughton out in the open court. Right-handed layup, no good. Oskaloosa right there for the rebound, and a foul is going to be called with 3:49 left to go in the third quarter on Indianola. Let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. 3:49 to go, quarter number 3. Indianola 35, Oskaloosa 27. Indianola with 3 fouls, Oskaloosa with 2 in this second half. McDaniel and Olsen come onto the floor. Jill Smith, Bryn Bishop, and Emily Naughton rounding out the 5 for the Indianola Indians, I should say. First time I made that mistake tonight, by the way. Blommers dribbles right side, puts up a 3, maybe altered. Smith with the rebound, gets it over to Bishop, and here comes Indianola with numbers. Naughton down low. Olsen, layup is up, does not fall. Absorbs some contact, and Foster grabs the defensive rebound. Indianola missed opportunity there. So they get it up to Adam. Here comes Oski trying to dig into this 8-point Indianola advantage. Blommers gets a screen. Naughton doesn't get called for the reach in. Blommers right side. Shot is up, no good. Foster with an offensive rebound. Her shot is up, no good. And Jill Smith grabs the rebound as Indianola slows things up with 3:07 and counting to go in the third quarter. Pass to McDaniel, nearly tipped away, but Indianola retains possession. Jill Smith back up top. Naughton looking inside. McDaniel creates space in the lane. Pass out to Olsen is tipped. She finds Bishop on the cut. And Bishop, I think, lost the ball. Maybe got away with a travel there, but either way, Oskaloosa comes up with it. Blommers, nice crossover, dribbles right. Defended by Olsen. Back up top, Van Veldhuizen. Splits the defense. Her dribble's going to be deflected, and now a foul's going to be called.
Wow.
Players fighting for it. They might get Olsen for the foul. She was kind of on top of Lydia Van Veldhuizen.
Yeah, she did it. She did a great job getting the ball loose in there, but then came down over the top, used her body to do that, and that's going to be the foul. It's going to be just her second, though, Andrew. But great hustle there. She tried to make that move.
Team fourth. So Indianola now with just 2 fouls to give with 2:37 left to go in the third quarter. Adam back up to Blommers. Into the corner. Van Veldhuizen 3. Rattles home. Her first basket from the field gets it down to a 6-point game, just a 2.
Just 2 for that one?
Yeah, that's what they mark it down for now. Bishop to Olsen, right wing. Back up to Smith. Looking inside McDaniel, close to a 3 seconds call, but McDaniel turnaround shot, up and in. And McDaniel, 7 points in the third quarter, brings up a McCoy True Value timeout this time from Coach Jeff Jansen. Our Forest Septic Environmental Services radio scoreboard from our games across the area. Norwalk 10, Pella Christian nothing at the end of the first. Knoxville leads Davis County 34-32 at halftime, and Grinnell leads Pella 28-23 at halftime. That's the Forest Septic Environmental Services radio scoreboard. Rick, we've seen good things on offense here from Indianola in this third quarter, and they've held Oski to just 6 points so far.
Yeah, I like that, what they've come through here. Just did a nice job defensively. They've got a lead on the defensive rebounds, so they're allowing Oskaloosa just maybe that one shot. I think they've got 1 offensive rebound here in this third quarter right now, and Indianola leads 37-29 at this point.
Yeah, their biggest lead has been 8, and that's where we've sat for a bit of this third quarter here coming out of the McCoy True Value timeout. And he's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. You're listening to Indianola Basketball, powered by Community First Credit Union on AM 1320, FM 94.3, KNIA, Knoxville, Indianola. 2:07 left to go, quarter number 3, as well as on Indianola Activities YouTube, I should say. Indianola 37, Oskaloosa 29. Great matchup in the Little Hawkeye Conference tonight. Blommers, just 3 points, in the first 10 seconds of this third quarter. Naughton's done a nice job shutting her down from there. And Veldhuizen dribbles right, back out to Blommers. She dribbles into the lane, picks up her dribble, back out Nelson. Van Veldhuizen, top of the key. Hands off Blommers, shot fake. Goes right side, maybe lost the ball, and it's going to be called a kickball off of Naughton. Shot clock at 8 with 1:40 to go in the third quarter. Oski ball underneath. They do a nice backdoor, but Olsen's right there and has Jill Smith over the top, and Indianola running the break. Smith down low on the block, tries to get it to Bishop. Oskaloosa hustled back. McDaniel comes up with it. Naughton steps back out and sets up Indianola's offense. Good hustle all around.
I like that where they set that back up instead of trying to force a shot back up in there.
McDaniel open for three off the back of the rim. No, and Foster fights for the rebound, and it's going to be fouled by Kendall McDaniel. Just too much reaching in after Foster had it. McDaniel's second, team fifth in this third quarter with 1:16 left to go.
Yeah, just 2 team fouls for Oskaloosa here in this second half. Like you said, 5 team fouls for Indianola. And we got 1:13 to go and counting here in the third quarter.
So, Blommers over the top, Foster on the elbow. Back out Blommers. She's open for three. A rare occurrence. She'll take it off the side of the rim. Does not fall. Good looking shot and good offense from Oski, but they can't take advantage. Smith out to Bishop, left wing. Indianola sets up their offense as Jill Smith fights against this 2-3 zone. They get it out to Naughton. Shot clock down to 22, 47 seconds and counting to go in the third quarter. Indianola about a 24-second difference between shot and game clock as Smith gets it over left side. Bishop down low, Naughton on the baseline. Tries to go over the top for Olsen. Splits the defense. Layup is up. Does not fall. Foster with the rebound. Shot clock off. Oski ball. Indianola leading 37-29. Blommers. Nice behind the back move. Thought about a shot. Gets it over to Foster. She'll take the deep two off the back of the rim. No. McDaniel with the rebound. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. And here comes McDaniel leading the break for the Indians. Indianola Indians, I should say, as Naughton is going to be fouled by Oski. Not a bad one from Blommers. That is her third, however, with 14.2 seconds to go in quarter number 3 as Bishop takes a seat for Zoe Belt for the final 14 seconds of the third. And Lauren Olsen will throw it in for Indianola. Naughton with the ball crossing half court. 10 seconds to go in the third. Indianola leads 37-29. Naughton trying to go one-on-one with Blommers. Dribbles left, gets by the defense, straight to the hoop, maybe blocked by Foster. 2 seconds to go in the quarter, and that will do it as Oskaloosa does not get a shot up. And Indianola leads 37-29 heading into the fourth quarter. Back after this on KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube, and the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth.
Let's face it, in Iowa, when it comes to winter weather, you never know what you're going to get. Wouldn't it be nice to know that whatever's happening outside, your furnace is prepared to handle it? With quality plumbing, heating, and air conditioning by your side, you'll have the confidence to know you'll have that quality warmth inside all winter long. So when it comes to staying warm this winter, call Joe at Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, your local Rheem dealer in Indianola.
Make sure to stop in and check out the great deals at your Indianola Hy-Vee this week. Honeycrisp apples are $1.77 a pound. Hy-Vee shredded cheese is $1.99. Campbell's soup is 99 cents. Nabisco snack crackers or Chips Ahoy cookies are 4 for $9. And Cottonelle bath tissue is $12.98 and can earn you 15 cents off per gallon in Fuel Saver. All these great deals and more only at your local Indianola Hy-Vee.
Welcome back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. Oskaloosa ball to start quarter number 4. It'll be Adam passing in to Blommers, and we are off. Indianola leading 37-29. Fourth quarter, Oskaloosa ball. They go inside to Foster on the block. Turnaround shot altered by McDaniel, but it's going to be rebounded by Oski as they get it out. Van Veldhuizen dribbling right side. Back out to Blommers, looking inside. Foster again tries a left-handed shot this time, and a foul is going to be called on Kendall McDaniel, Rick, which is her third, team 6th. Oskaloosa at the line for the rest of the second half.
Yeah, right now that's number 3, and I'm thinking if I'm coaching, okay, she's got number 3. We got 7:40 to go. We got a lead here. This is kind of a learning thing here. So keep her in. I think you keep her in there and let her just play. She's got to be able to play smart. And Foster misses the free throw.
Yeah, you pick up your 4th. You got to sit, obviously. But Foster hits the 2nd and cuts the lead down to 7, 37-30. 7:40 to go in the ball game. Indianola did a nice job in that 3rd quarter setting up some set plays for McDaniel as they try to do it again. Smith into the corner for 3. Her shot is blocked, and Foster comes up with it. Oskaloosa has been great on the defensive side of the ball tonight, and they force another turnover. Blommers held to just 3 points in the 3rd quarter, looking to try and cut this down to a 2-possession game. Gets inside, blocked by McDaniel. Olsen gets it to Naughton, finds Belt on the cut. Belt, layup up, no good. And Indianola does not take advantage of the turnover, and it's Oski ball.
Yeah, great job that time getting it down the floor, but just unable to make the play.
Blommers dribbles right side, and they're going to get Naughton for contact on the body, and that will send Presley Blommers to the line for 1 and 1. Naughton second.
Emily Naughton will pick up foul number 2 for her. And that'll be the 7th team foul for Indianola. Just 3 team fouls for Oski here. And we're into the 4th quarter. It's 6:56, and free throw shooting by Blommers, and that's good.
She's a great free throw shooter. In case you missed it, presented by Heinz Mechanical. Indianola's biggest lead has been 8. It's currently at 6, and Blommers at the free throw line for 1 more. So in case you missed it, presented by Heinz Mechanical as Blommers hits them both. She's 4 of 4 at the line, and it's a 37-32 ball game with 6:50 to go. Bishop down low. Naughton back out to Bishop. Finds Belt. Naughton wide open down low. Underneath. Reverse layup hits, and Naughton gets her first points of the 2nd half. Gets the lead back up to 7. And finally, they get the ball on the block and take advantage of it, Rick.
Yeah, down low, she kicked it out, kicked it back, and then got that nice little reverse layup in, and nice 2 points for Emily Naughton to extend that lead.
Indianola Municipal Utilities Instant Radio Update as Blommers gets the back door. Layup up, no good. Belt whistled for the foul, and that will send Blommers back to the free throw line for 2 shots. Again, our IMU Instant Radio Update coming in. Grinnell 42, Pella 34 at the end of the 3rd. So that game remaining close, but Grinnell seems to be in full control.
Yeah, and that'll be Zoe Belt. She'll pick up her first foul as Presley Blommers goes to the charity stripe.
5 of 5.
Yeah, puts that one down.
6 of 6. Presley Blommers keeping Oskaloosa in it. It's a 5-point game, 39-34. Indianola leading with 6:15 and counting to go. Naughton picks up her dribble, goes left side Olsen. Down to Belt, back up top Olsen. Dribbles right, tries to find Bishop back door, but it's well read by Oski. They just snagged the ball out of midair. Gets it left side Blommers. Shot fake, dribbles right. Van Veldhuizen right wing. Back up top Blommers. Gets a screen from Foster. Thought about a 3. Now left side for Nelson. Back up top Foster. She'll take the open 3. Off the side of the rim, no, and Olsen with the rebound. Now Indianola sets up the break. Naughton, nice dribble, gets it over to Bishop, baseline jumper, hits. And Bryn Bishop, 7 points, great drive to the hoop for Emily Naughton, and even though she didn't put up a shot, she dumped it off to Bryn Bishop. That's today's Drive to the Basket, presented by Z's Eatery and Draft House. Stop in and make sure you enjoy some of the best food in Indianola at the best prices. Fill up at Z's Eatery and Draft House before the next big game. Oskaloosa Van Veldhuizen drives inside. Her shot is going to go up and off of the shot clock and out of bounds as we see Blake and Smith come on for Indianola. They lead 41-34 with 5:23 to go. And, Rick, we'd like to see Indianola be a little bit more efficient on offense and maybe put this game away over the next couple of minutes.
I like the last play down where they said could have forced that up but found Bishop wide open. They looked for that wide open girl, and she made that jump shot. She's made about 2 from that spot, and that's just a nice little shot for Bryn Bishop.
Over to McDaniel, back to Smith, over to Naughton, wide open for 3. It's no good. Rebound. Nice job by Blake to tap it out. Finds Bishop, gets it over to Blake, and Indianola resets with a fresh shot clock. Dribbling right side. Smith, corner 3. Off the side of the rim, no, and Foster gets the rebound, and a foul's going to be called on Indianola.
Yeah.
That will send Oskaloosa back to the free throw line.
We're going to have to see who this is on. This might be on Kendall McDaniel.
That's her 4th. Belt will have to come on for Kendall. And McDaniel will have to sit for a little bit, which means Deja Foster has a pretty big height advantage on any Indianola player Olson is 5'9", Dana Blake is 5'8", and Zoe Belt 5'8". It's a free throw missed by Foster. Indianola catches a break on a 1-and-1. They still lead 41-34, but Oskaloosa hanging around here for the final 4:47.
But it's that defensive rebound that's keeping the Indianola Indians in this lead right now.
Blake back to Naughton. Bishop now into the corner for Belt. Just kind of probing this defense, 15 on the shot clock. Bishop dribbles right side, goes into the lane, puts up a floater, does not fall. Good rebound by Oskaloosa. Finally, they control it, gets it over to Blomers with Belt on her. Blomers crosses half court. Left side, Van Veldhuizen, three-pointer. Rattles home. And Lydia Van Veldhuizen makes it a 4-point game, 41-37. Naughton drives inside. A foul is going to be called on Oski, just their fourth, with 4:10 remaining in the ball game. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Indianola 41, Oskaloosa 37. Indianola 9 team fouls. Oski with just 4. However, that is the fourth on Presley Blomers, which is huge.
Be a huge lot. 4:10 to go here in this ball game.
Pass gets into Belt on the inbounds play. Layup is up, no good. Gets her own rebound, no good again. But somehow Bishop comes up with an offensive rebound. Key offensive rebounds from Belt and then Bryn Bishop. Offensive foul is going to be called on Jill Smith. She tried to create space on Blomers by initiating the contact. And Coach Jeff Jansen's going to call a McCoy True Value timeout, Rick. Double bonus now. It won't result in free throw since it was an offensive foul.
Right.
But Indianola a little too aggressive in this second half.
You know, we're just under 4 minutes to go here, and here's the thing. We need to call a timeout because I think we need to settle it down just a little bit. We're just kind of just say, hey, girls, you got it? Okay, here you got a 4-point lead. Here's what we need to do. Now, if I'm in the huddle and I'm talking about that, you got Blomers with 4 fouls. If she comes out of the huddle and stays in the game, I think you want to get that ball, so give it to Emily Naughton or somebody to drive and make her lay off. She's got to lay off. She's not going to commit that foul. And right now, I don't believe we're going to have Kendall McDaniel in there.
Probably not, at least not for a minute or two.
I would say with about 2.5 minutes to go, she'd be back in the ball
well,
game.
I will
if
say,
we can maintain
the lead. If Oski gets back within 2 or a tie, I think you put her back in.
Then you've got to put her back in. But we are doing a really good job inside. Notice the rebounding we've got. We've got a couple of offensive rebounds here. We are leading them in defensive rebounds.
Deja Foster with just 1 point in the second half.
Yes, that's it.
I will say we're still waiting on tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game presented by the Indianola YMCA. So if the Indianola offense or maybe a big play on defense can force something around, we're looking for tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game.
Right now, Oski is scoring their points from the free throw line. They do have that 3 from Lydia Van Veldhuizen, who made that 3 the last time down.
But yeah, 5 of 8 from the line. Blomers looking inside as Oski resumes play into the corner. Van Veldhuizen kicks it back out, deep 2. Rattles off the side of the rim. Belt with the rebound, gets it over to Naughton, and Indianola slows it up with 3.5 to go. They try to go over the top to Blake, and Coach Jeff Jansen looking for a foul, not going to get one, and Indianola turns it over. I think you got to be patient a little bit there with a 4-point lead, but they turn the ball over, and it's back to Oski.
The clock can be your friend, but the clock's they need to use that and take those good shots.
Blomers, shot fake, dribbles left, goes right to the hoop. Shot is up, no good. Belt with the rebound, but Belt loses the ball out of bounds. Blomers took a knock. Oski fans wanted a foul, but it goes off of Belt and out of bounds. Oskaloosa ball underneath, and we see Kendall McDaniel come back in with 4 fouls with 3:05 to go. So Coach Jeff Jansen has decided this is the time to put in his junior forward.
There you go.
Over the top pass for Oski. Edgar. Gets it down low, Foster, one-on-one McDaniel. Turnaround shot, rattles around, does not fall. Naughton with a rebound. Naughton over the top pass finds McDaniel, has to kick it back out. Bishop to Belt, now swings it around Naughton, top of the key, and Indianola had the ball underneath, but they pull it back out with the shot clock at 23, leading 41-37, 2:40 to go in the ball game. Jill Smith looking inside for McDaniel, can't find her. Belt now to Naughton, right wing, shot clock down to 12. Naughton gets the screen. Dribbles right, tries to split the defense. Now does so, gets to the hoop. Naughton with a layup. How did she do it? Just kept probing the defense and finally got to the rim.
That's the Emily I'm looking for right there. That's just a great move there, and she took it against Presley Blommers, who really couldn't do a whole lot there, and she did get by her and made the bucket.
Blommers, nice dump off to Foster. Her shot is up, and Oski answers 43-39. Nice job by Oskaloosa. Belt passes it into Naughton, and we are under 2 minutes to go. Forest Septic Environmental Services radio scoreboard update. Grinnell 42, Pella 34. They get the ball inside. McDaniel, turnaround shot, hits. Kendall McDaniel's first points in the fourth quarter. Makes it 45-39, and now Naughton nearly gets the steal, but tips it out of bounds. Continuing our Forest Septic Environmental Services radio scoreboard. Norwalk 30, Pella Christian 9 at halftime, and Knoxville leading Davis County 34-32. At halftime.
Yeah, Emily backs off now. Let's get the ball into play. She's going to pick up Presley Blommers at the half court.
45-39. Indianola leads with 1:35 and counting. Over the top pass for Blommers. Gets it inside. Foster. Turnaround shot. McDaniel may have altered it. Passes, or it's off the backboard, but somehow Oski comes up with it, ripping it away from Naughton. Blommers. Foot on the line. Deep two. Doesn't hit anything and out of bounds. Good attempt by Oski with 1:20 to go. Now, the good thing with the shot clock here, Rick, Oski doesn't have to foul, but with only 14 fouls, they could probably be pretty aggressive.
Yeah, they can be really aggressive here as they bring it across, and if they want to, Indianola needs to bring that across and move that ball around and try to create, if they get a foul, try to do it as they move to the hoop. They want to go to the free throw line.
1:03 and counting. Indianola leading 45-39. Naughton out at the volleyball line. Shot clock down to 13, under a minute to go. 10 seconds on the clock. Naughton dribbling right side. Goes backdoor. Smith underneath, has the ball knocked away, and it's off of Oski and out of bounds.
Is that right?
Yep, 4 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Indianola ball underneath. They have to get a shot up quickly. 48.4 on the game clock. Naughton gets it out to Smith. 3 seconds to Belt. Into the corner. Naughton for three. Off the back of the rim, no. Put back shot up by Bishop after an offensive rebound. No good, and Oski grabs it. Still waiting on tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game, presented by the Indianola YMCA as Indianola whistled for a foul. Of course, the Raise the Roof moment of the game, presented by the YMCA. No matter where you are on your journey, the Y is where you can be, belong, and become. Explore their offerings to discover new ways to connect your purpose, potential, and each other at the Indianola YMCA. Blommers at the free throw line finally misses after a foul from Emily Naughton, her third. Double bonus from Blommers. Yeah, she tries to get it back to a 5-point game.
She was 6 for 6 until she missed that one.
6 for 7, doesn't hit the rim on this one. And a McCoy True Value timeout called by Oskaloosa. I think they're going to be pretty aggressive here on this defensive possession. There's a 3.1 second difference, game clock and shot clock. Shot clock at 35, game clock at 38.1. It'll be Indianola ball, length of the floor to go. And Rick, if you're Indianola, hit your free throws here, and it should be a victory. But Oskaloosa, quite the challenge tonight. Presley Blommers and Deja Foster, as well as the rest of the team, has kind of lived up to their good start so far.
Yeah, they've shot 10 free throws here in the second half alone, and they've only missed 3. So they've been good at the charity stripe. Indianola is just 1 out of 2. That was Kendall McDaniels, who's got to the free throw line, just 1 out of 2. And so they've got some fouls to give here. They want to be able to get that ball back. I'm looking at the three-point shooting. We haven't had a lot of three-point shooting. Hannah Nelson hit one right away, right in that third quarter. And then Van Velhusen hit one about 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. That's the only 3 attempts from Oski right now. They've shot some threes, but they haven't been able to put the 3 down. Now it'll be Indianola. They're going to put the ball in play, and full court pressure being put on by Oski.
Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio update. Knoxville leading Davis County 45-42 at the end of the third quarter. Naughton gets the ball in. She's going to be surrounded from Oskaloosa defenders and finally fouled. They still have one more to give, so I think they got a foul immediately. That was on Adam, her first. Indianola ball sideline inbound now, leading 45-40. into the backcourt on Naughton, and Adam will get called for her second straight foul. 16 fouls now on Oskaloosa. Shot clock is off with 32 seconds now in the game, and Oskaloosa is going to force Indianola to win it at the free throw line here. Seems to be their strategy, and I think a good one. Adam going to try and reach in and gets Naughton again, but not before 3.3 seconds comes off the clock. And it'll be Naughton at the free throw line with a 5-point lead, shooting 1 and 1.
Yeah. Emily Naughton, is a good free throw shooter. It's early in the season, hasn't been to the free throw line a lot, but just and has not been there tonight at all, Andrew. So
just Kendall McDaniel has been to the free throw line for Indianola, like you mentioned, 1 of 4. Naughton has to try and hit the front end of a 1-on-1 to make it a 6-point game. And she does. Indianola against Newton really closed out that game in the third quarter. Didn't have to rely on free throws, but we've seen them be clutch in the past. Second free throw from Naughton is in. 47-40, Indianola leads. Oski passes it in with 28 seconds to go. Blomers, top of the key. Dribbles right side, goes into the lane, kicks it down low. Foster, good help defense, but Foster gets it anyway, misses the layup. Blomers, offensive rebound. Her shot is up no good, and a rebound is going to be off of Oskaloosa, out of bounds. Indianola ball with 15.4 seconds remaining. That is just rough there for Oski. Kind of been the story of the second half. A couple of really good looks that just didn't go down.
Yeah, they just could not find the hoop there, and Blomers went down on the floor. Got help back up, but boy, she's fighting in there hard trying to get that. 47-40, 15.4 on the clock.
Logan Edgar checks in for Oskaloosa as Bryn Bishop is going to be fouled with 14.4 seconds remaining. Bishop can hit these. She's got 7 points on the night, and you got to feel like if she makes a couple here, Rick, it's going to be too big for Oski to come back from. Right now, it's a 3-possession game.
Yeah, definitely. So right now, 47-44, she needs to be able to get this. This is a 1-on-1 situation.
Misses the front end. Oski, to just 10 seconds, has to come down, put up a shot. Blomers, shot fake, dribbles it inside, goes into the lane. Shot is up off the backboard, no good. Belt with a good rebound, and with 2 seconds to go, gets it over to Smith, and that will do it. Indianola holds on to pick up their second Little Hawkeye Conference victory as they take down Oskaloosa 47-40, and they take home the victory. We'll have post-game coverage coming up after this on 94.3 KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube.
Medicine gives you access to experienced board-certified surgeons that will work to get you back in the game. They treat patients from across Iowa, including right here in Indianola. If pain is leaving you unable to enjoy your favorite outdoor activities, Capital Orthopedics has an office right down the road inside the Indianola Specialty Clinic. Call today at 515-440-2676 or use the convenient online tool to request an appointment. Don't go another day letting that nagging injury or soreness keep you on the sidelines. At Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, work on getting you back in the game.
Accidents can happen every day and to anyone, from first-time drivers to drivers who have spent their life on the road. Don't let an accident ruin your day. Smith's Collision Center in Indianola is prepared to help you whenever an accident may occur and is ready to get you back on the road in no time. If you have been in an accident and need your vehicle repaired, take it to Smith's Collision Center, located at 710 East 2nd Avenue in Indianola, and let Jeff and his crew do it right for you. Smith's Collision Center, a proud supporter of Indianola High School athletics.
Let's face it, in Iowa, when it comes to winter weather, you never know what you're going to get. Wouldn't it be nice to know that whatever's happening outside, your furnace is prepared to handle it? With quality plumbing, heating, and air conditioning by your side, you'll have the confidence to know you'll have that quality warmth inside all winter long. So when it comes to staying warm this winter, call Joe at Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, your local Rheem dealer in Indianola.
We've all been there. Winters in Iowa, nothing in the fridge, a hungry family at home, and snow slowly piling up. Don't go out this winter if you don't have to, and with Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola, you don't have to go anywhere. The Godfather's Pizza Express at 1201 North Jefferson Way offers delivery from 4 to 9 p.m. Friday through Sunday. So let the snow fall and the family eat when you enjoy that great Godfather's taste you know and love at Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola. Call 515-961-6730 and make that delivery order now.
Welcome to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Postgame Show. Greater Iowa Credit Union, you deserve greater. Indianola girls defeats Oskaloosa 47-40 in game one of our girls-boys doubleheader. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. Rick, Indianola never really pulled away in that game, but they built the lead of 8 and just kind of cruised in that second half, trading buckets after that. But I think defensively they hold Oskaloosa to 40 points. This is a team scoring nearly 60. You're happy with that, but I think offensively, when they were efficient, it looked great. But when they weren't, they got some things to work on.
Yeah, they definitely do, and I'll tell you what, well, you got to give Oskaloosa credit. They did a lot of great things. I'm looking at the rebounding numbers here. Defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds. We were real close. I mean, it was 22 to 11 for Indianola and 22 to 10 for Oskaloosa. So they were both battling in there and rebounding. It was really that close. And that's about what the score shows, too, 47-40. So they did a lot of nice things. Oskaloosa, what we don't keep as far as stats is how many missed shots. And that, I would love to see that statistic with this game because there was a lot of good missed shots, especially Oskaloosa underneath.
I think Koski, when they look at the film, is going to be realizing they missed a couple of chances in this game, and Indianola played good defense to their benefit, but I think the game was pretty close all the way through and could have been much closer. I think both teams probably look at offense and feel like they left some ones on the table.
Well, Indianola did a great job. They held Johnson, the third leading scorer, to no points tonight, but Presley Blomer's got 19. That's what I had her for, and double figures for Daisha Foster with just 11. So held her underneath her scoring average, but what a great job by Kendall McDaniel. Kendall McDaniel coming into tonight's game averaging 12. I had her with 21 points.
Yeah, and she's my DeArmond Ford Radio key player of the game. Kendall McDaniel, 21 points on the night, and just kind of had her post moves and just worked them well. Protected the ball with her body. There's not too many players who are going to be taller than Kendall McDaniel that she'll face this year. Deja Foster has her by at least a couple inches. It feels like a lot more sometimes because she's a fantastic post defender, but McDaniel created space and then used it well to finish at the rim. She's our DeArmond Ford Radio key player of the game.
Yeah, did a very nice job in there, and I thought, talking to her before the game, she goes, I'm picking my game up, Rick. This is gonna be one I'm gonna pick it up, and she proved to me, and she proved to the fans here and everybody watching on YouTube, she's got the ability to do that. So we should expect that from her from this point on. She has that ability, and now I think she did it well tonight.
And my key play of the game is going to be kind of a series of plays, but it's really it's just kind of that one play. It's the Emily Naughton drive for her points in the fourth quarter, her first points in the second half. It just kind of felt like dribbled around right, split the defense multiple times. Oskaloosa sent help, and then when it looked like she was going to pass, faked that, just went straight to the hoop and got the two. And it just kind of felt like that took the wind out of the sails for Oskaloosa, got the lead back up to a two-possession game, and Indianola closed it out from there.
And I think you're right, and I think that, but I got to go back. I've got to go back to the second quarter. Late in that, just before halftime, this game was close. Indianola did a 5-point run. And that's where that difference was right there, and they had that lead at the half, 26-21, and that right there gave them that momentum, I believe, and I think they carried that through the third and fourth quarter.
DeArmond Ford Radio key play and player of the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio update coming in. This was about 5 minutes ago. Grinnell 54, Pella 51 with about a minute to go. That game on our sister stream, our KRLS 2 stream. So Pella looking for the Little Hawkeye Conference. I guess we'll call it upset since we know what Grinnell has done over the last couple of years. But this Pella team has looked really solid to start the season, including a nice win over Norwalk last Friday night.
Yeah, I see Pella being really picking their game up and doing a nice job so far early on here in the Little Hawkeye Conference.
All right, so any final thoughts before we swap over to boys coverage?
No, I thought it was a great win tonight. This is a win where Indianola could have, Oskaloosa was threatening, and Indianola just did a great job of kind of holding their own in there and did it very well. They got some key defensive rebounds, and they came out with a nice victory.
47-40 is our final. You've been listening to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Postgame Show. Greater Iowa Credit Union, you deserve greater. We'll take a short time out, swapping to boys pregame after this on 94.3 KNIA.
Napa Indianola has all sorts of ways for you to save this holiday season. You can get Napa tool bags for $5.99 each. Also Napa 10-inch LED lights for $27.99 each. Heat Hog heaters for $99.99. Also save on motor oil 10W30 $24.99 and 5W20 for $20.99. All these deals all month long at your Napa Indianola store.
When shopping around for your internet provider, convenience is key. IMU Fiber's local and community-focused customer care reduces wait time for support, improves response time for service issues, brings hometown values to broadband services. IMU Fiber delivers a better broadband experience to Indianola homes and businesses. Utilizing a future-proof fiber network platform, they provide unmatched reliability so their customers will experience fewer service